Some of the traditional styles are very pleasurable and healthy. The mouth is not engineered for that purpose, except kissing. Besides, it is very unhealthy. I'm told people can even contract gonorrhea of the mouth. Let me take this opportunity to warn our people publicly about the wrong practices indulged in and promoted by some of the outsiders. One of them is what they call oral sex. The mouth is for eating. The mouth is for eating. Okuria, cham. The mouth is for eating, not for sex. We know the address of sex. We know where sex is. You see, this is the problem with the Westerners. They cannot understand politeness. They cannot understand that somebody is keeping quiet, but he's not happy with me. No. Until you tell him that you go and eat your mother's something. That's when you...
Your discretion is advised. Today we are going to look at a video where President Museveni of Uganda is going to point out some very, very important things that many African leaders are afraid of saying, because when they say it, they will miss on the donations coming from the West. But the problem is that these donations come with strings attached to them. The strings of homosexuality, the strings of exploiting Africa gold mines, the strings of exploiting Africans and many other things. So Museveni is saying some very, very important things, and your discretion is highly advised. If you are sensitive to some words, I highly prefer for you not to watch this video. The President Yoweri Museveni is one of the few African leaders that still uphold the African values, as I told you before. Africans need presidents like Yoweri Museveni. Of course, he has his dark sides, but let's look at the broader picture. Let's look at all he has done for Africa, all he has done for the human race, all he has done for the people of Uganda. He took Uganda from the dictator Idi Amin, and right now he's leading the country. I don't want to talk about the politics and the governance. That's for another day. But for now, this president is really upholding African values, and his advices are something that people should take into consideration for those people who want to take his advice into consideration. Let's see what the good president of Uganda, Grandpa Museveni, has to say about this. Let's have a look.
Because for these people to come and talk and so on and so forth, you know, see, these people are keeping quiet. They are not answering. They are not what? You don't check on their history, on their culture. You just come, Oktomera. With whatever you think is right. Since Western societies do not appreciate politeness, let me take this opportunity to warn our people publicly about the wrong practices indulged in and promoted by some of the outsiders. One of them is what they call oral sex. The mouth is for eating. The mouth is for eating. Okuria, cham. The mouth is for eating, not for sex. We know the address of sex. We know where sex is. No, we have been hearing about it, but we don't talk about it. If people are doing it, maybe let's leave them alone. Let's deal with the electricity, the roads. There's no argument. But since they insist, so we'll have now to come out and say, please, maybe this is also a good opportunity, because sometimes I don't want to divert our people in some of these social, cultural issues. But this is a good time. Now, this is not sex, this is eating. Mouth is for eating, it's not for sex. So I want to advise our children that please forget about this. What Umuganda calls obugwenyufu. Bwe bakiyita? Obugwenyufu. Bwe bakiyita? Omunyankuru okufa omutuma. Okufa omutuma. That's what Omunyankuru says. The core, your core is gone. Afiire omutuma. N'ekifa omutuma. That's what the Banyankuru would say. Our youth should reject this because God designed the human being most appropriately for pleasurable, sustainable, and healthy sex. Some of the traditional styles are very pleasurable and healthy. The mouth is not engineered for that purpose, except kissing. Besides, it is very unhealthy. I'm told people can even contract gonorrhea of the mouth and the throat on account of so-called oral sex. Not to mention worms. I'm told somebody can pick worms from. You go for sex, you come back with worms. In your stomach. Because you went to a wrong address. I was wondering about hepatitis E. Can you also go through that route? Hepatitis E, because it is orophycal. That's what I was. Huh? Can it? Yes, if you go south instead of. The Minister of Gender and Youth should decampaign this buyaism imported from outside and sensitize the youth about the healthy lifestyle that is abundant in our cultures. We reject the notion that somebody can be homosexual by choice. You know, that's what the Western people are saying, that sexual orientation is a matter of choice, that you can choose to love a man when you are a man. Imagine. So my original argument, because my original sympathy was these people were born like that, but we are now being told to say, no. Even the people I was talking to in the West, in the end they told me that there is no scientific basis for homosexuality, that it is all a matter of choice. Really? So when I was fighting a wrong war. Because for me, I thought they must be born like that. How can you leave something good and you go for something so bad? You must be having a problem. So now I'm told, no, you are wrong, that this is a choice. I have had very important people saying that this is a matter of choice. That it doesn't matter whom you choose to love. That a man can choose to love a fellow man, that sexual orientation is a matter of choice. Since my original thesis that there may be people who are born homosexual has been disproved by science, then the homosexuals have lost the argument in Uganda. They should rehabilitate themselves, and society should assist them to do so. should assist them to do so. The society should assist them.
I couldn't imagine the president of Uganda giving sex education. Whew! How many presidents are there in Africa like President Yoweri Museveni? This guy is so hilarious. Oh my God. No, the thing also where he said that homosexuality is a choice, that part I agree with him. Yeah, it's a choice, and are you making the right choice if you're practicing that? When I look at the continent of Africa, I see presidents such as Magufuli, the late president. I see presidents such as the former president of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta. He was approached by the same West people and he was cornered. He was asked, what do you think of the gay people? He said that there are important issues to deal with. We have hunger issues to deal with. We have housing issues to deal with. Homosexuality should not be given a front seat, because even those people who practice this act need to eat. So there are some very, very pressing issues that we should look at first. My point is still one. If somebody does not want something, don't force them into something they don't want. I can't come into your house and force you into doing things you don't want to do. I can't do that. But because it's your house, you'll have to do what you want. That's how the law of the land is. That's how it should be. And we should be grateful we have such presidents, and Africans are holding its original African values. And that is my perspective, as well as other people have their own perspectives. So kindly, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel. And also another way to support the channel is by being a member of my Patreon. Join my Patreon. You can always donate some amounts. The ones the good Lord will guide you. So I will still appreciate. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Yep.